Hey guys, welcome back to rhrjen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. I have found one of the more disgusting articles that have come out about Harry and Meghan, and I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to talk about it. I want to get into it with you all, and I want to tell you my theories on what I think is going on, and I want to hear yours. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments, as all those help YouTube to recommend my video. I do want to say as well, I'm so excited. It's because of you guys. I haven't talked about it recently. I'm over 6 million views in 28 days, 6.2 million views in 28 days. 2,000 new subscribers in 28 days. That is because of you guys. So whether you've been with me a long time or you're a new subscriber, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching all my content. It just means the world to me. I just wanted to say that. All right, let's talk this horrible article and what's going on now with Harry and Meghan. Now, as you know, I've been talking about the awful, did I say awful? The disgusting article that Harry put out about my conscience is clear and how much I have such a problem with everything he said in there, from revealing family things to hinting about his father, the king, uh, his health, and everything in between, and how he's throwing mud and still slinging mud and still playing victim. Well, yeah, not to be outdone, this thing about Meghan and playing victim is now out, and I want to talk about it. Maybe she had something to do with it. Maybe she didn't. Maybe it's Maybelline. But I think I see where this is going, and I just want to bring it to your attention. So let's talk. This came out courtesy of Radar Online. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do something I don't normally do and say this is going to cover a dark subject. I'm not going to go into the dark subject because I always take the stance the medical stuff is off limits. So if this is true, if it's not for me to speculate as far as the details of what they're talking about. I want to talk about the broader picture. I'm a huge believer in mental health. I've talked openly about struggles with anxiety. I see a therapist. I recommend it to anybody struggling. So I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, but let's talk about this because Radar Online is claiming that Meghan Markle might be pushed back into YouTube doesn't like certain words, so I'm going to dance around that kind of stuff by Prince Harry's royal reconciliation, psychologist warns. Okay. All right. I do have the article and I can hit some of the lowlights, but I just need to react to the whole idea of this because I have some thoughts on this. I feel like the article's premise is wildly dramatic and questionable. Okay. I have said before, I will never talk medical stuff, so I'm not going to. And it's not for me to speculate on that. I will say, in my opinion, she seems to use any angle she can to try to hurt the royal family directly or the public's perception of the royal family. So this seems to fall in line with that. I said it at the time, in the Netflix faux documentary, she came out with these claims. I don't personally tend to buy it because it just is too much of what Diana had said. And Meghan likes to emulate Diana more than that. Meghan likes to try to be Diana. It's the weirdest thing. um, anyway, but that's a whole other conversation. My point is, it's just too close. And then I talked about, again, I'm not going to try to diagnose or go into medical stuff. I just personally, in my opinion, had some questions about some stories she had put out about potential miscarriages. I found it weird that there were several stories floating around of this, what was supposed to be the same event. And so that would go along with my idea of not discussing the medical, but I think it's another ploy to try to hurt the royal family any way she can. It just all seems like attack. So this seems like it would fall in line, with that. So I feel like this is just hard to take seriously. That's the angle I'm coming from on this. Is it a sympathy angle? It might be. That happens a lot with the two of them. He's just done this with this again, that my conscience is clear, going for sympathy while still slinging mud at them. It's so crazy to me, the hypocrisy of the two of them. I want to just, again, underline that I'm coming from an absurdity angle and nothing else. So if this is true, if this is really where it's at, it makes Meghan look worse than ever. Because if it's even remotely accurate, and that's an if, it's not just a sympathy grab, it makes it look like she's holding his family ties hostage. That's not a good look. The idea that Harry possibly reconciling could trigger Meghan's dark thoughts implies she's so opposed to his family that their reunion threatens her mental health. Her it just paints her as controlling. Maybe there's something to that, or unable to handle Harry having relationships outside of their bubble. Why is this problematic? For so many reasons, because people would agree that family reconciliation, and again, it's not that I think he deserves it whatsoever, and I'm not dare saying the royal family should ever forgive him, but I'm saying that if she is claiming these things, then while the king is battling cancer, if they decide, Harry and the king, to make up, then that might be a healthy goal for them. I'm not saying, again, don't hate me for this take. I don't think that Harry deserves any kind of reconciliation, but whatever happens, that is a terribly controlling stance to take if this is the case, that it's instead of garnering sympathy, this narrative makes her seem selfish and overly dramatic. Again, everything we know of Meghan, it's going to alienate people who might otherwise support her. Not that I think she has many of those, but it's like, but again, it's like a threat. Like, don't you dare make up with your dad or I'll fall apart. It's yeah, I'm not into this at all. It fits their pattern of victimhood narrative once again. This isn't the first time we've heard Meghan playing this victim card, and it's old, it's tired. She's repeatedly shared her quote unquote struggles, if you believe them, from the Oprah interview to the Netflix docuseries and everything in between. And so now this article is leaning on mental health challenges to frame her as the victim of the royal system. It's just rehashing this kind of stuff from years ago. In this context, it feels like a strategic move to deflect Harry's efforts to rebuild whatever. Again, it's not that I think Harry can or deserves any kind of rebuilding, but it's just interesting timing on all this. By constantly revisiting her supposed pain, if you believe that there is that, it's like she's trying to keep the public sympathy locked in. But people are seeing through it, thank God, because a lot of us have seen it for a long time. But repeating the same story without new evidence, I mean, who is that for? Who is still believing this stuff? I just feel like the backfire here is massive. I really do. It's going to continue, I would say blow up in their faces, but continue to blow up in their faces, and rightly so. Again, when you look at their popularity, it's at the bottom. You have the royals out here doing these state visits and doing actual things that are interesting and that matter, and then Harry and Meghan are trying to do these attention grabs, and it's not doing them any favors whatsoever. The timing of it all is so suspicious and so convenient. It's not a coincidence. They have these, again, the royals are on the radar. They always are, but they're especially on the radar right now. So it just seems like nothing more than a PR tactic to keep those two relevant. And the big point I want to make here is that I'm a big believer, and a lot of us are, and it's a good thing, in mental health. It's serious. You have to take it seriously. But this feels like exploitation. mental health is no joke, and it feels like they're exploiting this serious issue. Her past disclosures about, if you believe what she was going through, I think to some it would have resonated, but recycling this in a speculative article like this, it it cheapens the issue. Using mental health as a headline grabber, which is something that they both do, while preaching what, well, he's partner up with companies and stuff that deal with mental health, and he takes on this issue of mental health, or so he pretends to. But to just do it with such a misstep like this, oh my God. It's not that I'm surprised that they misstep, it's what they do. It just really disgusts me. Like, what's the end game here? What's the point of this? What are they trying to achieve? If it's sympathy, who is it meant to sway? The public? The royals? Is she trying to convince Harry? It it makes her look like she's just against, I mean, she is against them, but against him as well. I find it so odd, but I need you to chime in on this. What are your thoughts? Is this Meghan just looking for any sympathy she can, looking for a headline, trying to capitalize on the real royals doing, things that have them in the news? Let me know. I really can't see, I fail to see the positives of this one. I really do. So many people are struggling with mental health things. It feels low to use this and to use things like this, especially, I'm sorry, but she has access to and has always had access to everything in the world, any help, anything she could possibly need, while the rest of us are out here struggling, and then to make light of it and to use that as a potential manipulation tactic. It's something that has rubbed me the wrong way for a long time. So it kind of came to a head seeing this. And this one, maybe she didn't have something to do with, but it sure feels like she probably did. This just feels like another attention seeking behavior. So let me know your thoughts on that. I really don't even want to go further into this article because it's basically rehashing everything that we know. I mean, everything, all the same crap. It's just this therapist is speculating exactly as I said here. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this here. I'm going to let you chime in on this one because I just find this appalling. I really do. This whole subject, it's too far. It's too much. Even for them, it's too much. There are real struggles out there and real people dealing with real struggles out there. I mean, irony of irony, as I record this, I just got off. If I had known about this article, I would have talked to my therapist. I just got done talking to my therapist. So I'm just sitting here thinking, this is just, I mean, it's just a lot. I want to actually send this article to my therapist and be like, WTF. She's awesome. If you're watching, hi, she watches sometimes. Um, I'm just, I'm appalled. I really am. So I want to know your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching and for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm kind of disgusted. So normally I like to make jokes and, talk about how ridiculous they are, but I find myself especially disgusted on this one. I really do. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your kind words and your love and support. Thank you for being part of the 6.2 million views in 28 days. That's incredible. You guys are amazing. You mean the world to me. You really do. Whether you're new here, you've been with me for the long haul. I sincerely appreciate everything. I really do. All right. I can't wait to bring you different stuff than this, not more stuff like this, but different stuff than this. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Have the best day. Bye-bye. Okay, seriously, I got to run out the door because I'm like late, but I am appalled. I am disgusted. Let me know your thoughts. If you stuck with me this long, tell me anything. Just tell me I'm not crazy here. Ironic again after getting off my therapist. I know. Did I say getting off with my therapist? Oh my God. Sorry. I meant getting off the call with the whatever FaceTime with my therapist. All right. I'm going to leave this here. Let me know your thoughts. I cannot believe I just said that. All right. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay mentally healthy. And my God, don't do stuff like this. It's disgusting. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye. 6.2 million. 2,000 subs. This is me doing the happy dance. I'm doing the happy dance. Thank you guys. That's amazing. I'm so happy. You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right. Take care. Bye. Oh God, I'm late. I gotta go. White Rabbit, right? I'm late for a very important date. I gotta go. Bye.